All right, time to check in with Jen St. Dennis from Business in Vancouver. Good morning, Jen. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing well.
Good. Doing well in Bombardier as well. They were in a lot of trouble. As we all know, they've been really struggling. They're going to pay down debt right now, but they've got a deal. The money's not in the bank as of yet, but this is a huge deal that might just save this company.
Yeah, that's right. So Bombardier, of course, is the Quebec-based company that makes trains, but also airplanes. And they have been, as you said, they've really been struggling with this new C-Series jet program. The jets are cutting edge, but the program to make them, as you said, has run into cost overruns, delays. There's been some political wrangling as well over government investment in this company as well. But they've sort of been vindicated because back in February they did get a big order from Air Canada. Now we're seeing this other announcement of this other big order from Delta Airlines, $5.6 billion order. So it kind of vindicates their decision to invest in this program. But as I said, there has been sort of, it's drawn in the government. The Quebec government has invested $1 billion in the C-Series program, even as they were cutting over 7,000 jobs. And the Quebec government has really been urging the federal government to also pony up and also invest in Bombardier.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how that all plays out, because they've got, you know, these orders now that are firm orders, and they say we're buying these jets. So they know there's money down the road, but these jets aren't going to be delivered for a couple of years, so they still have to sustain themselves up until that point, and they're going to need help from the government.
Yeah, and we'll probably see more orders, I'm guessing, because we sort of have started to see the ball rolling. We'll see if some smaller carriers also kind of get on board now and start ordering these jets as well. It's a very competitive industry. They're competing with companies like Airbus and Boeing as well.
All right, let's move on to Facebook. And Mark Zuckerberg, he can buy a couple of jets, maybe a whole fleet if he wants.
That's right. It's interesting because we saw Apple and Twitter reporting the day before yesterday, on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And the last time, they all kind of report together, Apple, Facebook, and Twitter. And the last time they reported, it was kind of a similar story. Apple and Twitter kind of struggling either with not as much growth in Apple's case, or just struggling to make the kind of user growth that Twitter is experiencing. Facebook, though, just continuing to blow them all out of the water. They really defied analyst expectations of what they would make. They made $5.38 billion in revenue, and that was up from analyst expectations. How they're doing it? Well, they are growing users by a lot. There's still a big jump in users. And they are also really dominating in advertising. They've been able to get into mobile. They've been able to get into video, pushing new things like Instagram, which they have acquired. They've acquired a bunch of things. And so that is really what is behind their success. Now, Mark Zuckerberg wants to give away a lot of his shares. So they have actually allowed him to create this new class of shares that will allow him to either sell or donate his shares and still remain in control of the company. So kind of a measure of just how much faith the company is placing in Mark Zuckerberg's leadership here.
For sure. All right, Jen, thank you very much. This is why we're talking, by the way, just real quickly, a business note, that NBC Universal has just purchased DreamWorks Animation for $3.8 billion. So another big story happening in the business world. Jen, thank you so much. Good to talk to you.
Thank you.